as a developing country, or lower middle income country, we have 4 core taxes, which are the pillars of our revenue regime. Income tax, you can say personal income tax and corporate income tax. VAT, so these two, because they don't discriminate in terms of employee, in terms of consumer, they are the widest tax base. So unless the law exempts you from income tax, you have to pay. Unless the law exempts a commodity, like a textbook, and others, if you go and buy, you have to pay. Unless, the one selling to you is not, is evading or avoiding the tax. Then the others which do not have such a broad base are excise duty. And that's the punitive tax. So unlike the rest which have a major revenue objective, although we use them through exemption incentives to also encourage, foreign direct investment and the rest, the ones that that have other objectives, but bring in revenue, non-revenue objectives, but bring are excise. And excise is punitive. It punishes smoking. That's why it's on cigarette. It punishes, excuse me, if you are alcohol, okay. As well as, so if you don't drink in moderation, you pay more. And because they are seen as hazards to some extent, okay. The third one, most predominant, is petroleum. So again, you see where some of us come against, this idea that we are introducing something new. Ghana was among the, and many countries using the excise to tackle pollution. And that is why, for a vehicle in particular, the excise duty varies by the age of the vehicle, because if the vehicle is 8 years old, no matter how well it was handled, right, its emission is not the same as, even if you are talking about Mercedes-Benz, its emission is not the same as, Hyundai or some other car, which is 2 years old or 1 year old. So age is all different. We used to ban, 10-year-old vehicles from coming to the country. It's an account of pollution. And of course, the fact that you are bringing wreck and things into the country. Okay. And then the other, tax was petroleum at the pump. And we have the excise and we have the special petroleum tax. These are all emission taxes, environmental taxes. So, we have a candidness as a tax professional. If you are introducing something and you are telling the public, oh, because all of a sudden I've come from Egypt or some place where there's and I want to introduce taxes, don't use that as the fact that we don't have an emission or we don't have a tax. Just be straightforward, right? Because what it does is to distort this tax.